We have indeed found out more information regarding the Carnival Vista and what happened yesterday in Belize. We have a lot of details, specific numbers, and much, much more for you today right here on Island Time. A big hello to all you Islanders. Happy Thursday. We've almost made it through the week. This is Derek, your host of Island Time, and I'm glad that we get to spend a few minutes today in the islands talking about what we love, which is cruising. And there is a ton of news. I'm just going to cover one thing today. I have things that are not as pertinent, save for tomorrow. We're going to talk about this update with Carnival and the Carnival Vista. Stay tuned in just a little bit. You will find out how many passengers were randomly tested yesterday in Belize from the local government there. We'll talk about that here in just a second. But let me say this. Carnival is winning the Great Cruise Restart in many ways. I've sat here and I look at the news and I look at what's happening. We have Islanders that travel every single week and they update me with what's going on in particular situations. I have cruised the Vista myself in July. And listen, Carnival and what they're doing in certain scenarios, the transparency that they are having and the way that they are handling their protocols in different situations, it is a big first place medal for Carnival Cruise Line. Royal Caribbean's doing a great job. Celebrity's doing a great job. Norwegian just started back in Alaska. But Carnival, no one else has what Carnival's doing to the scale. And ships coming back next week and later this month and next month. Carnival is doing it right. Let's get the latest update from what happened with the Carnival Vista in Belize yesterday. Here is what we know. Yesterday, there were 2,895 guests and 1,441 crew members on ship as the ship was approaching Belize. Of course, it is an anchor port. You're going to anchor and take water shuttles, okay? Upon submission of the Maritime Declaration by the ship, and this is a report that the ship gives to local authorities, not just in Belize, but when they go to Cozumel, they do the same thing. When they go to Grand Cayman, I wish we could go there right now, they do the same thing. But the Maritime Declaration has some pertinent information that the ship, in this case the Carnival Vista, shares with the local port authorities and the government. And here's what the report said. The report said that there are 27 positive cases of COVID on board. 26 of the 27 are crew members. There's one passenger. The Carnival Vista and some of the local government there in Belize had meetings about what exactly happened. Why did 26 crew members and 27 total people on the ship have COVID? What has happened since they tested positive with contact tracing and testing of those people? There was a whole meeting between the two parties. Are you going to let us come to Belize and drop our anchor or not? After details were shared from Carnival, what was done, and I'll tell you those details here in just a second, the port and the government allowed the Vista to visit, but there was a condition. As you know, yesterday, there were random COVID tests done, rapid tests of Carnival passengers. We'll talk about that number here in just a little bit. But the local government agreed what Carnival had done and their protocols that were done. Not just something on a piece of paper, but action items. Things that were physically done to combat this cluster of cases allowed Carnival to continue to sail and allowed passengers to go ahead and get off the boat yesterday if they wanted to. Here are more facts. The crew is vaccinated at a rate of 99.98%. Almost every crew member on board, all but a few, are vaccinated. The passenger percentage, of course, we know it has to be 95%. In this case, it is 96.5% of all passengers are vaccinated upon the Vista this week. All crew members who have tested positive are in isolation. There's 26 of them. They are in isolation. The protocols call for it. Food's delivered to their room. The room's already prepared. They knew where to send these crew members and passenger once they tested positive. It's all in a plan. All persons who have tested positive are vaccinated, and most are asymptomatic or have very mild symptoms, and we absolutely hope that all of them are okay, that they're feeling and resting comfortably, and they make a full recovery, passenger and crew alike. Prayers for all of them. Contact tracing has been completed. Not is being completed. The Carnival Vista, the senior officers there told the government of Belize and the Port Authority, contact tracing has been completed. Here are the numbers. There were over 400 tests that were done Saturday of crew members and passengers alike, back-to-back people. 300 plus tests were done the sequential day, which would have been on Tuesday, and 200 more tests were done yesterday. There were no further positive cases as a result of the contact tracing. That is great news to hear. Additional protocols were put into place. Those protocols were shared with the local government there, the Port Authority of Belize, and that includes mask wearing indoors, the use of N95 masks by crew. Crew social areas have been closed, so even when they're not working, the crew social areas are not open, and as early as the next departure, all guests will require a negative rapid test, which we know it starts the 14th of this month, regardless or not if they have been vaccinated. After this meeting that the officers of the Carnival Vista had with the Port Authority and the local government of Belize, Belize made the decision that Carnival has done the right thing. They have done all the right steps and everything they could do to contain the situation. And the situation was indeed contained. The government and the Port Authority allowed the Vista to drop anchor, for passengers, of course, to get off the boats, with the caveat that they could conduct, Belize could conduct random testing, okay? And they did. So, according to local protocols, if the ship would have been at least 2% COVID positive, so if 2% of the entire group of people, passengers and crew members combined, 2% of that, then the ship would not have been allowed to anchor, and of course passengers get off in Belize, but that was not the case. We have some direct numbers for you. I told you that we would mention this, and here it is. The captain announced today that 68 random people, random passengers got off the Vista yesterday and were tested, okay? Now, much more got off the ship, but there were 68 total tests done by the government there in Belize. All 68 were found negative. Thank goodness. We did also hear from someone at Carnival today that had a positive test been administered, a positive rapid test. That person, of course, would not have been able to go about their day. They would have had to return to the ship. They would have been put in isolation, and another test, a test from Carnival, would have been conducted just to confirm that test that would have been done there in the port of Belize. So 68 total were tested, and it's also another caveat, and kudos to Carnival again. They're doing things the right way. If there's something that could be addressed, they're trying to address it. All crew members have been tested since Saturday. Every single crew member has been tested since Saturday. They're doing it the right way. If you have a cruise booked in the next foreseeable future, we see the reality that's on TV. We see everything going on, but I'm confident you will cruise because things are being done the right way. I absolutely hope you enjoy your cruise. I hope you share your experience with us, and we will share it with all the other islanders. That is the update today. Those are the numbers. Those are the facts. We have much more news coming your way tomorrow in subsequent days as well. But that is it today right here on Island Time.